welcome to the Cottage. I am Babs with Cottage Rogue. This is my 22nd floss tube, and I am so excited because I've finally done it. I have an FFO. Yay! This is Art Nouveau Train by Stitching Land, and this is actually was a Christmas gift, who I did kind of sort of give to its recipient. He saw it. I had this middle section all completed at the time, but now it's totally done. It's in the frame. This is the first time I've ever framed anything in the round and done like the stitch method for it. And then also here, I did the blanket stitch on the back. You can tell it's my first time, y'all. It's not even, but whatever, it's fine. And then I had to do something a little different here because this is the hook to where you hang it from. And yeah, so I had to leave it out. So I just kind of blanket stitched over it. And yeah, you can see I have very uneven stitches. I started like right here. So this is like all over the place. I started to get a little bit better over here, but you know what? It's homemade, handmade, and it's fine. And then when I was looking at this and I had started stitching up the back, and I had realized that it was going like concave on itself. I'm like, okay, so it's not tight enough. What could I do to fix it? Because I kept breaking my floss. So what I did instead is I stuffed it. Yep, see, it's stuffed. It's very soft and it's squishy, and it gave it enough support back there that not only can light not go through this, but it's not concave anymore. It's a little convex, which I think is absolutely fabulous. Totally fits the frame here, which was a thrift find. So thank you, Cass, for this. This is absolutely fantastic and totally works. Interesting thing is this is not a perfectly round circle. It's actually 8.5 diameter here and 8 inches here. So, but it's fine. It's fine. And I think it's absolutely gorgeous regardless. And plus since it's stuffed, it gives it a bit more 3D dimension anyways. So I'm very happy with this. I am so happy with this. So it is actually 2 in the morning on Easter right now, Easter day, and I'm going traveling to go to my brother's house, and there's going to be 11 of us. And so I'm going to go ahead and give this to its intended recipient, and which would be Papa Rogue. So I'm going to give this to Papa Rogue. And like I said, he's seen this. He's seen the finished product, but he hasn't seen it fully finished. So, and oh my goodness, fully finishing makes a huge difference. This is a huge motivator for me to get my other projects that I've completed, but haven't fully finished yet, to get them fully finished. So I am so excited. This is gorgeous. If you love trains, highly recommend this pattern. If you love Art Nouveau, also highly recommend this pattern. Stitching Land has a whole bunch of Art Nouveau style on their Etsy page, and it's just, oh my gosh, I love it. So I cannot wait to see his reaction and my family's reaction. And so I'm going to leave you here. I'm going to come back. I'm not going to do a vlog style per se, but yeah, it's 2 in the morning. I got to go to bed. So I'll be right back here for you with the magic of editing. Hi, I am back, and I had such a great time. Went over to the family's house. We celebrated Easter. We spent some time together, and I gave that Art Nouveau train to Papa Rogue, and he loved it. So I'm so glad he got to take it home today. It is the same day, by the way. It's Sunday, but at like 10 to 9. And yeah, hence, you know, it's been a long sleep since 2 a.m. as well. So, you know, hence the outfit change. But I just realized how many other things that I have worked on and how many other things I still need to do. Plus, I do have a little bit of haul and some stitchy kindness. So I'm going to get started with what I've completed for WIPS so far. So if y'all remember, April was my makeup month for my goals. So I was trying to catch up on my WIPS because I didn't do like any in March practically.
Editor Babs here. I did finish my A Year in the Woods, The Fox by Cottage Garden Samplings for my March WIP go. Like, I didn't actually finish the pattern, but I got the 500 stitches in, so that got completed. But there are others.
One of my April numbers I pulled was the Artsy Housewives Within a Dream. Now, this one was a bit dramatic because when I first started it, I stitched about 250 stitches and realized I anchored it off of the wrong point, so I had to frog the entire thing. However, it's looking so beautiful. I did the black, and originally I'd anchored it off of this long one where I put the M for dream here because I started with the words. So I frogged it all out and I did the words here first and then worked on this beautiful raven. I'm loving this so much, and the outline is so gorgeous. I love working with the RoxyFlossCo flosses. And yeah, this is just, it's so nice. I'm so excited for this pattern. I think it's gorgeous. This is stitched on 18 count pistachio by Atomic Ranch. And got my 500 stitches in there, probably like a few stitches more. And I think it was like 520 or something. But now I can put this away for at least a little bit. And I'll probably bring it back out again. But as for like WIP go, this one is done. Of course, we have them in our fancy Jasmine custom bags. I love these. Jen does such a great job. And then, so those are the WIP goes that I have completed. So I've completed one for March, completed one from April. I still have one for March and one from April to do. Now, I am currently working on the Fungi SAL, which is a book from LivingOnTheRainbow. And I've done a lot of legwork on this, or, you know, I ate a lot of my vegetables, we'll say. So Living on the Rainbow, the cover's finished. I've showed you this before. But just for reference, here it is. Got my little personalization here, the Rome's Fungarium. Oh, it's so beautiful. This is going to be just a fun little book. I am so excited for this. I have worked a little bit on the square itself. So this is a stinkhorn. I added the little flies here, which really makes the image look a whole lot better. And then I also added this and the stink part of stinkhorn. I have done some back stitching. And I have to say, I am seriously considering recharting this because this was originally done on a linen, I believe. Or the called for was for linen. And I put it on an Aida because linen scares me. Or at least it did a year ago. And yeah, it's kind of a pain because it's between the stitches. And so I am considering recharting it. I could have just been like my tolerance was low stitching this at the time because I had also charted out all the little squares here that I will have little pages in. So I actually have 10 of them, which took hours, okay? It took hours. And then also, when I do finish this one and I get the words in here, stinkhorn, edible, but yuck is what's gonna be in here, I will need to go around the outside edges here in a very light colored floss, back stitching, you know, one that looks really close to this coconut shell. And just to help stabilize it for when I do cut around the page. So that's also something, so I'm like, it's all mostly backstitch. Does that count towards the 500 stitches? I don't know, but I can tell you that I have definitely not put 500 stitches in here. I've only done like the S and the 2 flies regarding full crosses. Oh, and this line right here, which was actually a decent number. So I've done like, I don't know, like anywhere from 30 to 50. I don't remember right now. But I have done all of the pre-work and I've started with the back stitch, and there's going to be some back stitch down here for roots. And then there's going to be a lot more words right here. So I got a bit disillusioned with the back stitching and how, you know, I thought it was looking weird at the time. It actually doesn't look so bad. So I may just power through it. And then maybe do some of the back stitching on the following ones before I finish up with the stitching part, just to, you know, make sure I don't go crazy. So, but what I'd really like to do is get another one of these pages done this month, and I think I would probably call it good then, for the WIP Go. But we'll see how it goes. But I still love this. I still think it's really pretty, and I'm still very excited for the next one that's coming up, which will be later this month is when it starts. So I'll talk about that later this month more. But I did make some progress on this, so I'm very happy about that. And I'm hoping in the next however many days, 10 days the rest of the month, or 11? Yeah, 10 days now, since today's 20th. So it'll be good. It'll be good. I will be fine. We will get this done. It'll be okay. Whew. And then the other WIP Go piece that I haven't yet started is my Fire and Ice right here. We have the Custom Crafts book. Oh, I love this. Absolutely gorgeous. This is a Jeannette Cruise Designs, and I absolutely need to work on this. I don't have a PDF pattern for this, which is okay because I actually have like a counter that I use, a manual counter. It's so good. But I love this. This is something I do want to finish this year, and I just thought about that now, and I'm saying it out loud. Is a goal. Is a goal. I don't know, maybe next month, instead of doing Mirabilia May, I'll do a monogamous, wow, words. Maybe next month, instead of doing Mirabilia May, I'll do Monogamous May and start working on some of these projects that I want to get done. Although there's another one that I would have to do first and finish before, and then I could work on this perhaps. I think that would be really, really cool. And then I also started, I have a new start, you know, as if I don't have enough things to do. I've actually debated about telling you all because it's a gift. And I have a friend who's getting married at the very end of next month. And I'm like, it would be really cool and cute if I made them something. And they have some really fun, they're gamers, they love Dungeons and Dragons, and to the point where they even made little miniature figures from Hero Forge, and they painted them themselves for their entire wedding party. And they used the D&D stamps for their wedding invitation. I love it. I absolutely love it. So I have these patterns of every single D&D class. So I was, I probably should put a disclaimer up there in case she saw this. But you know what? It's fine. If she's not surprised, I mean, it's fine. So I have decided to make them something. And I asked a whole bunch of questions. And oh my gosh, I almost lost my needle. We'll just do this. So I've done this on 20 count cold foam. And what I'm doing is I have these two patterns. One's called RPG Bard, and then I have RPG Warlock. And I'm going to replace the names where they say Bard and Warlock with their names. And I'm putting their wedding colors in for each one, which is going to be fantastic. So we're starting with the Bard. So this is going to be Amy here. Got to get the two E's on there. And then I use the M here as the center. And it's so great because I can use their names each have 5 letters, or at least his shortened version. So Amy and Mitch. And so we're starting out. This is where the harp's going to be for the Bard portion. And there's going to be like little dragons and stuff. It's going to be so cute. Here's the D20. I love this. I've already done a little bit of fixing because these patterns are a bit asymmetrical. But like this right here, it wasn't 2 across, it was 1 across, and it wasn't jiving with the D20. And I go, you know what? The other ones I can forgive because there's so much going on around it. But I needed this to really be like the center. And then also with the 2, it matches up with the line of the M here, which I love. So this Bard one is going to be in blues. This is actually right here is the darkest color blue. And this one's slightly lighter. There's going to be 4 different shades. This and these are DMC up here, but the names are going to be Bog Witch, which is a pirate and robin floss. And I love it because it kind of incorporates a super, super dark, inky blue, like midnight blue with a super dark green. And then that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have blue for the bard, green for the warlock. So we're going one here and one here. And then in the middle, I have another book that I'm going to pull a pattern out. I'm like Frankensteining this together. So this is called Sweet Stitches from the Heart. And it is by Sohier-Fournel, Agnes Delage-Calvet, and Isabelle Leloup. And I probably butchered your names, I'm sorry. But it's like a book full of different patterns in here. And there are so many different heart patterns. So between the names, I'm going to put a little heart. I'm going to put their wedding date underneath it. And I think it's going to be really cute. And they're going to have a very unique gift for their wedding. And I am so excited. So far, it's stitching up pretty quickly. The letters, not so much because they're not in Pattern Keeper, but the rest of this is in Pattern Keeper. This from here on up and all of this is 400 stitches. Like this is 400 stitches or so, 403. And so, and it's not, I mean, there's a bunch of flourishes, but there's a lot of white spaces to it. So I think it'll stitch up fairly quickly, I hope, fingers crossed. Because it's kind of a big project since I have to essentially do 2 patterns on this and turn it into one, and then I want to frame it, and I have to do all of this before the end of the month. Oh, and it's out of state, so, you know, I have to travel too. So probably before the 27th, I would say, to get it done of May. So yeah, that's the thing, but I'm so excited for it. I think it's so pretty. Hopefully you can see the colors here because this is like a more brilliant, probably closer to the wedding color, the inky blue, and then this is like more of a midnight. But I'm excited to show you my progress on this. This is gonna be so good. For sure, absolutely. I'm just gonna put this guy away. There we are. And now I have some fun stitchy kindness. So yesterday was Saturday, I went to the Eastern Iowa Cross Stitchers. I actually brought my mother-in-law, which was cool because she does stitch sometimes. And it was one of the stitchers' birthdays there. And I'm so sorry I forgot your name. But she used to make project bags. And so she had this raffle going on where everyone got a number. So everyone got a bag. But whatever number that she called, you would get to choose and whatever. So that way it's not like a crazy free-for-all or whatever. So this was a project bag I got. It's really cute. I love it. We've got these fun little motifs up here. We got these beautiful flowers and this fun little charm, which is also a flower right here. Let's see, can we see? Can we see? Yeah, there we go. Oh, and I love it. And then the inside is got this pretty pink lining. It almost looks like, you know, the fancy paint and dresses and stuff like that. I love it. It is so fun. And I will be using this for a project that I'm going to have to displace out from one of my big project bags because I got in the mail my new Gecko Rouge kit. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at all the floss in there. Ah, it's so beautiful. This is my first Gecko Rouge kit. And here, let me pull out the pattern so you could see it better than behind plastic. So this is called Pumpkin Spice Cottage. It's by Kate Brazier. And oh, she's so beautiful. I love this. So we have this gorgeous owl, this beautiful full moon. We have the cottage itself. We have pumpkins, and then all the beautiful colors of the wildflowers in the night. And then we got the trees, and the trees have no leaves. And it's just, oh, I love it. It is so beautiful. So what prompted me to purchase this? As I usually don't buy kits so much anymore. Well, first of all, I've always wanted to try a Gecko Rouge kit. And what decided on me taking the plunge to do it was actually from another Flosstuber, the Alchemist Stitcher. And so Anna with the Alchemist Stitcher, she is doing this pattern, started last month for her birthday. So it's her birthday SAL. And then also another Flosstuber called Gecko Rouge. She's also doing the same pattern. I think her birthday was also in March too. So there is a hashtag for it, Gecko Waiting for Fall SAL. And I think that's apt. And I love this. I love this. It even comes with like this cute little needle minder that is of the same pattern. You can see the owl here and the full moon, and then we got the cottage as well. But there's also a mystery needle minder that I went ahead. You have the option to get one. So I have it right here, and I haven't seen it, so I'm gonna open it with you right now because I want to know. And let's, oh my goodness, it is a cute little panda bear. Look at that, how precious. I love it. So this is a mystery random needle minder, and these are super nice. I mean, it's got like a full back here, so there's like, it won't snag on anything, your floss won't snag on it. It's so good. It is so good. So Gecko Rouge, I have 2 new needle minders now, and then the one with the pattern on it is just like a motivation. So I'm like, okay, this is what I'm working towards. This is what it's gonna look like. But yeah, this just came in the mail I think it was yesterday or Friday. And I've still got to get into Pattern Keeper and everything because it's been quite a busy weekend. And I am so excited. I cannot wait to start this. This is going to be so good. So good, so fun. Do I need more projects? No, but you know, it's fun and I want to try it. So I'm going to do it. I am not apologizing. Not for that, for sure. So that is what I have right now. By the end of the month, I have a few things. I do want to start on my my Gecko Rouge, Pumpkin Spice Cottage. So that's going to be goal to at least start it this month. But I need to finish my Fungi SAL. I need to finish, I need to finish the 500 stitches for my Fungi SAL. I need to start and finish the 500 stitches for my Fire and Ice. So that'll get the WIP goes finished, past and current. And then I need to start and finish the April Stitch for Pride 2025. And then in the meantime, also work on the wedding gift, and which I should just call the D&D project. So I need to finish the D&D project. And if I have extra time, I really, really need to work on the Hayes SAL. On Descants. I brought it to the Eastern Iowa cross stitchers. I did 12 stitches, which I do the half stitches. I did 12 of those and realized that I couldn't see the floss because the floss I happened to choose is the exact same color as the gridded lines in it. So of course, go figure, right? And I even had a light on it and I go, you know what? I'm not going to work on this. Right now I can't see it. I need my super powered sun lamp, basically. It's like, I call it the mini sun, only because our dining room lights I call the sun. But yeah, I need to have it super bright so I can see what's going on, and just where I was at, it just wasn't conducive to it. But which is okay because I worked on the D&D project, so it was so good. But that is all I have for you to hear today. So thank you so much for being here. If there's, what are you working on? Let me know if you share any of these projects, or if you're planning to start something new. If you're on a Gecko Rouge kit, I want to know. I think this is something I could really get addicted to. So I think they're so pretty. There's one other one I have my eye on. So we'll see. But at this point, I think I got to cool it on the kits and the projects and start finishing some things, because finishing that Art Nouveau train was such a rush and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Oh my gosh. But thank you so much for being here. Y'all have been absolutely amazing. Please be sure to comment, like, subscribe. I love, talking to you and seeing what you work on. And remember, my cottage is always open. Bye-bye.